One, welcome back to another stream inside of the new map, which I'm really enjoying building at the moment. There's loads of stuff that I like about this map, and it just seems to be going quite well in terms of like, you know, the map process and stuff like that. And I guess I'm fairly liking it, to be honest. I mean, my favourite part is obviously the church, just with all the like trees and greenery around it. Hi Steve Knowles, what's going down? Yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite parts of the map that we've constructed, but there is other parts that I like as well. I like this roundabout here. Are you still doing the city? Yeah, I'm still doing the city. I mean, you know, I've worked on the city for 2 years, but I guess really what essentially happened is we had the idea to build a little set for a new NTV show, and I think we all just kind of seem to enjoy working on the map, and it feels good again, because the thing with Los Ashleys is like how it's been on this, like you know, for the past couple of days. That's what it used to be like on Los Ashleys, and then Los Ashleys just seemed to die out, and you only had like the odd couple of builders, and you know, like even then, like it would get boring after a while. And then like here, there's like loads of us, we're all like building stuff for like, you know, quite a few hours on a night, and you know, we're getting some good progress done, and we're actually enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of want to continue this map and see where it can take us. So this reminds me of an EastEnders style. Not for me. This reminds me of in a way, this reminds me of a bit of an Emmerdale style. Yeah, it reminds me of an Emmerdale styled thing, stroke Coronation Street, but it reminds me more of an Emmerdale villagey feel, but like its own village. You know, like you've got the little countryside railway going up here. Don't do flat. Do real bumpy. Yeah, there's going to be some bumpy stuff. You can see we've got a road coming down here. That's going to continue to go down. As you can see, we've obviously... yeah, it's an Emmerdale style. Yeah, it is really. That's what it initially is, but maybe a bit bigger than Emmerdale. You know, it's got your village hall, your church. It's got somewhere nice to eat. It's got a cafe. It's got a little hair salon. It's got a pub, a B&B, a little train station, and then it's just got, you know, some places to live. And it's also got like a little car mechanic place, which just goes, you know, which just sits out of the way, so you can use no, probably not use the EastEnders theme for this. Definitely not. I want to go like, you see, Park Drive was original, like, you know, Park Drive had that catchy song that we used like for like probably over like 90 episodes. I definitely don't think that doing the EastEnders theme would really work, if I'm gonna be truthful. You know, I just don't potentially think it would fit the theme. PD is still good. PD is good, but PD is going to come to an end. But like I say, we are going to give it a, I guess like a farewell week of episodes where you can expect some stuff that's going to go down. And I've got some stuff that there's like some stuff that you guys are probably going to be really surprised about that I'm going to do. But I'm doing it for. But I'm doing it for a reason, guys. I can't tell you what it is. It's like, if I was going to tell you anything about the final ever week of Park Drive, that would be the one that I would want to not tell you the most, if that makes sense. If I was, you know, if I was given any hints, that would be the last hint I would give, and I still wouldn't give that hint. Because this like idea, you know, is pretty crazy. But then there's a logical reason, I guess you'd say, like as to why I'm doing this specific thing. But yeah, expect a finishing week of Park Drive coming in the next sort of upcoming month. You know, weeks, month. Can you join? Yeah, if you've got me on PlayStation, I think you have. I'm not certain, to be honest. For your new episode of the show, can you use my new NTV Studios logo, please? Yeah, of course. Of course I'll be using them logos, because they're like my new layout logos. They're like my new brand logos. So of course I'd be using them.
The fuck's that monkey come from?
Yeah, I know you do. But yeah, like all in all, you know. All in all, you know, we should be quite good, to be honest. Like, it's a shame to see Park Drive go. Don't get me wrong, because Park Drive's been good. Park Drive's nearly been on the go like 2 years, but it honestly like really is just hard to what can I say? Yeah, I see your messages there. It's kind of hard, like, because Park Drive's a really big set. So you have a lot of empty houses in Park Drive, compared to like people what actually live in houses in Park Drive, which is due to a shortage of characters, which is kind of like in a way due to like the limit you can have on the PlayStation. But bearing in mind, we don't always necessarily have 8 characters. That are like different people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we have like 4 people, and then I put on like 6 voices. Yeah, I'll invite you in a moment, if you get what I mean. So I put on like a good 6 voices, or at least I used to do. Some of them obviously like got killed off, and some of them obviously moved away, or whatever happened in Park Drive. But the point is, like, I was doing a lot of voices, or like every time we needed, say for example, like a policeman or like the ambulance people to come, we were always like putting voices on, and the neighborhood was just like far too big for like the amount of cast what we had, which, you know, in terms of the amount of cast, that just makes it like really hard, like due to the hijack, you know, due to the amount of cast. So with this show, there isn't going to be like loads of houses, so we aren't going to need like loads of people. Like, there'll be the odd empty house, but when you consider it, like here, there isn't like loads of houses, whereas like Park Drive had like streets of houses. You know, when you considered like going round to like the church and the graveyard, and then you kind of had like going right up past the shop and things like that. It just kind of in a way made it really hard to fill all the houses. Greetings. So I think with the new show, it's definitely going to work out for us, in a good way. Though, you know, we're going to definitely have like good stuff. No offense, Jack and Steve, y'all. Let's have a quick if you were playing hide and seek, I found you. And if you were playing hide and seek, I found you. Lol. Yeah, no, literally, like the way you both went was like as if you were playing hide and seek. So yeah, videos are kind of weird. A bit. Their continuities are good. And if you're wondering like why they make these like for Steve videos, for Jack videos, for Mine Street episode 2, that's because they like do the voices and then like another person, like the person who they've done it for, gets that like bit of audio off of their channel to put it in their video.
Yeah.
But you know.
No. It's not in here.
Oh dear. And well, I had no clue.
Can you not just place it for now then?
Out of the kitchen, please.
Oh, you do?
No, it's not. It's gone upstairs.
Well, fair enough.
Fucking hell.
Next house. I don't know what colour to use though. Maybe. We are gonna finish them though.
Oh dear. Out of the kitchen.
I don't really know what colours to use now. I guess like to use ones that we haven't used.
I'll have a look at that. Pass it here. Here you go, Thomas. Hurry up. You're not bringing him back.
Yeah, that is right.
I don't care. When's his birthday?
Are you uploading the lottery video? Maybe at the weekend. I'm not sure though. If I'm gonna be truthful. Aye, what's the good news?
Fuck, that's freezing. Oh, freezing.
So there we go, look, that's another house started. Thursday or this weekend, I've got no clue.
Alright.
What texture pack is this? This is the natural. Now, back when I used to build Noble City, I used to build it in the natural texture pack, but when I started, you know, like Los Ashley's, I went back to the city texture pack, and then I thought, because I'm doing like a village thing.
I'm back.
Yo, Jabbo, I thought we'd use the natural again for a change.
Wow, you've done loads here.
Ta. There's literally 2 more houses to do at the front after this. Why did Downsy get rid of his old world? I don't know. No, I didn't know he did.
Really? Fuck off. Brilliant.
We're cracking on anyway.
Well, you are. I'm just getting started again.
There we go. That could be a true idea. I mean, I've kind of like looked at worlds and then stuff like hasn't been that good with them, or say for example it's been griefed, and instead of fixing the grief in like after a while, like sometimes you think, you know, you could build better than that. So, you know, maybe he thought the same, like maybe something happened to his world and he just thought instead of trying to save it, you know, I could do so much better than this now.
Are you streaming, Ash?
Yeah, because sometimes if you build a map and say you start off like the roads like a certain way, but then like halfway through the map, you know, like you find out a new cool road design, but you can't change some of your other roads. So sometimes having like the good roads and then like some roads being the bad roads.
Yeah, but not every road in a city is the same.
No, but if you get what I mean, like, say like normal, like, you know, yeah, like these normal roads here, like, say for example, like if he had them really thin and then later on he found a design and they look wider. You know, so I guess there's multiple reasons why he could have got rid of that world, or maybe he just genuinely wanted to start a new world and thought that world was done.
Yeah, but when you think a world's done, you don't delete it.
So, you know. But yeah, I've got plans for this map.
Oh, I need to watch Raw from this.
One thing I want to do with this map is more hills. I want to make like the roads go like up hills and down. I want to do more bridges. I want to do more nice country scenery, dirt roads, little like roundabouts. I'll tell you one thing I do want to do in the countryside, and that is a motorbike cafe.
A motorbike cafe.
If you are unaware of what one of them are, it's basically like a cafe with a car park essentially, and you go and get like bacon butties and things and sausage butties, cup of tea, but essentially it's just a place where loads of motorbike riders pull up, maybe stay for like 10 minutes, talk to another bike rider about what bike they've got, have a smoke if the bike rider smokes, to get back on the bike, and then they go off wherever they're travelling to and stop off at another cafe. It's just essentially like a thing. And I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of people in cars like are all like beeping and effing get out the way and beep beep, you're going too slow, you know, or you fat driver, you don't know how to drive. It's completely different on bikes. Like, all bike riders have respect for one another. Like, you're going one way and you come past a bike going another way, you nod at them. If you like stop at a traffic light next to another bike, you put your visor up, you speak to the other rider, you know, are you enjoying your ride, nice bike there, how are you doing, nice day, or, you know, depending whatever the weather is or whatever. And there's just so much more like kindness in motorbike riders between like car drivers. Like, a lot of car drivers just normally beep and tell the other one to get the F out the way. Especially, yeah, but bikes are completely different. Like, I went on the back of my stepdad's bike a couple of weeks ago, and I've never nodded my head so much in all my life. Like, every single bike, you know, you just nod at him and show your appreciation. But it's fun. It's all fun and games, boys. But yeah, I want to build like a little woodland bike cafe. I guess like cars can stop there too. But, you know, I guess like a little wooden hut.
Fort.
Trees.
Huh?
Fort.
Night.
Taylor?
Yes, no.
What did you say?
What do you think? Fort?
Night.
I can't fucking hear you.
How did you?
Fortnite.
Can you or can't you?
I can't. I just said I can't.
Why?
No. What would I know for why I can't hear you?
Me and...
What?
I don't know.
Enjoy beans marsh.
Eat
Oh,
me
I don't
and...
understand, Cam. Why?
What do you both...
Fucking enjoy beans marsh.
I don't get what you both don't understand each other about.
I want to play
can't
Fortnite,
fucking
but
hear
Cam
what
was
he's
like,
Yeah, exactly. Johnny said fort, and Cam didn't hear him. Johnny said fort again, and Cam didn't hear him.
Once again, I didn't hear him. So, no, I'm not playing Fortnite, I'm on GTA. Happy?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
GTA then.
You on gutter
Good to
Wait, were you on that? I want to play Fortnite.
You on red order?
I'm playing GTA.
Please, I fixed my Wi-Fi. Can we play? We can get a win.
After this. I want to earn money though, man. I want to get a nice car and then
Dude,
I'll
they've got rid of all the double money. There's no point.
No, I haven't. Transform races. They're quite fun.
They're crap.
It was random people.
I ain't been on GTA in a while, actually. What school?
neither.
Oh, really?
What school should I do in your world? We're not gonna have a school in here. Like, there'll be a school. There'll probably be a school in the next village. To be honest, that is a point. Some villages do have schools. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know, primary
Little
schools.
small school.
Them are yours.
But
Fuck's sake.
you know,
What do you want?
we'll get the bus to school.
A jetpack.
They'll get like bus to another school type thing. That'll be,
Just like
which
that.
I'll probably build in the next village.
Tell Mum that then. Yours
Wait.
have a CK on 'em.
Which I will probably build that way. When are you gonna make the next episode of Kids Party Bus? I probably won't make an episode of Kids Party Bus, to be fair.
Party bus.
I just put it as an NTV advert for like the Kids NTV channel, but I probably won't ever make an episode of it. Because
Am I coming on GTA for
because
you?
essentially it's not like, it's not
Guess what,
specifically, it's not specifically like,
Can't play
Specific.
GTA.
I'll find something in a moment. Yeah, it's not specifically anything you can do, because what Kids Party Bus essentially was
What?
is like a party bus that pulls up somewhere, and like loads of kids like go inside and they do like arty crafty things, and you know, I guess like essentially like different things. And obviously, like, you know, it's all like fun and games. It's meant to be a kids channel, but obviously, like, you can't,
You know, if you punch the top of your disc,
you know, but you can't convert a bus in Minecraft in GTA to a party bus. So I wasn't planning on doing anything with that show. And I guess it will be the same with Jungle Adventures as well. I won't be doing that. And I guess it will be the same with Lego Creations. Although I could do Lego Creations, I suppose, but I wasn't planning to do it.
What's Lego Creations?
It's just showing Lego Creations.
In Minecraft?
In Lego.
Lego Worlds?
Yeah.
I'm leaving this map. This race is shit.
But doing it in terms of a show. Is he? Oh, nice. Has he got his choo-choo trains with him?
I'm sorry, but that kid uses a tester.
Oh, I've just gone wrong here, haven't I? Sugar. I just filled all that in for nothing. I gotta go now. Jack Howell is streaming. Bye. Bye. Have a great time. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to sleep with them trains at night.
Who?
Jack Howell.
I don't know who that is.
He's a proper weird kid.
Well, he has got something wrong with him, you know, and
Still.
he's alright. He's not that bad, to be fair. Poor
What's wrong
kid.
with him, like?
Autism.
Knew it.
But, yeah, well, pretty much he has these Thomas the Tank Engine toy trains, and I guess you can call him a puppeteer. He does these live streams called The Live Show, and pretty much, like, he does it as if the toy train's talking. And then, like, he has these other toy trains, and he gives them all names. He's streaming a picture of... Oh yeah, and he gets pictures of famous people off the internet and makes it like they're streaming by looking at a picture of them on Google. Yeah, he's doing the Laura Shields show. And he's just on
like
Google Images
schizophrenia?
with a... Can I help or no? I'm just... Well, we kind of know what we're doing at the moment. Just chill out, yeah, right?
I don't know. Didn't answer, did I?
But yeah, and like he has names for these trains that he's named himself. Thomas O'Brien, James Times, and Duck Maynard.
You're not answering it.
I don't know if they're like the real Thomas the Tank Engine names or not, but
No.
I was gonna say I don't think Thomas the Tank Engine was Thomas O'Brien, but
No.
I maybe shouldn't have done it, but it was proper funny in his live stream the other day.
Would you?
It was live streaming and he didn't have his trains, and I said, "Where's Thomas O'Brien?" And he like proper jumped out of his seat. Oh, I forgot my train, and ran to get his train. And then he come back with his train, and I says, "What about the other train?" Oh shit, I forgot about the other train. So then he jumps up and runs for this other train, and he comes back and he's absolutely out of puff. And I go, "You forgot about the third train." So he gets up and runs for his third train.
Sounds like doing.
Stepping on me.
Why have I just spawned in the bush?
Stepping on me. I am loading online 90%. Wait for me. But I don't start.
Like,
No,
where
wait,
do you
play
know
on your
me
speaker,
from? Like,
man.
where do you know me from?
What did you say?
Step in. Play it on your speaker.
I can't, I'm watching something.
Thomas, what are you doing?
You do you? Well, I remember when a bouncer outside a club asked me if I had that.
Stepping on me.
What autism?
Stepping
Yeah.
on me. Don't start.
Old times.
What do you mean old times?
The next RBN is the Tesseract.
Someone had to go at you in the middle of the town the other day.
Oh yeah,
You both get a Tesseract.
telling me to get a shave.
If you want. Oh, have you got money?
I haven't got money.
So how are you gonna buy it then?
Save up
Stephen.
for it. Both of us.
How much is it? I bet it's loads. I've only got 600k.
Trains at, well obviously trains are
You
real.
I bet it's like 2 mil.
It's just more or less the backs really what need doing next. What Jabbo's obviously doing. But I don't really know what colour to do for the last house. Like I'm trying to, like we've used a lot of combinations of different colours.
Use one of the first ones, like use
All fun starts
sandstone and acacia.
I guess.
What'd you sound?
It's alright, I'm gonna use these.
Oh wait, I'm playing James.
What all starts tonight?
With download.
Cam, do you want me to go into a transfer?
Oh yeah, you're going to
and invite
Download
you?
Festival, aren't you?
If you want.
A month tomorrow, and I go to Blackpool. Yes, our
Blackpool.
Blackpool Festival, guys.
I really wanted to go to that, Ash.
Oh yeah, I had a, well, before I obviously,
Yeah, I know, you had a
Before-
spare ticket, innit?
no, before I clearly got laid off of work, I had a plan, because the thing is, guys, I don't think I was going to, like, get to another clubbing event before
Come on.
Blackpool, like, because Blackpool's only a month away now.
Don't start up a
So I was
transformer
thinking of
invite you.
something we could do for clubbing year, you know, it's kind of like something that would just fill in the space. So I kind of thought, well, why don't I just do like, and not like film one of my normal night outs in town? Because, you know, obviously I go to a lot of clubs and different things and, you know, I enjoy myself, but a lot of the time, like, I have a booming night out, like, in my local town. So I was kind of thinking, like, well, what could I do that would, you know,
Oh, you're
I
joining? Yeah,
guess,
there's quite a few people.
you know, that I guess would, you know, like, fill in a bit of space. So I was gonna, like,
to launch
I was
in,
gonna,
or
like, film
spectate?
what would you call it? I was gonna film a, you know, a
Course you
normal
launched the
night
second you
out
start
in my
doing it.
local town.
Actually, it's taken place the
Um,
launch. You might be
Where
joining.
I'd just like potentially just take, you know, a
Damn it.
few videos of me in my normal town, like just as I'm on the night out, and you'd
What are
obviously
these cars?
get to see
Them
some of my
classics?
mates as well, and they'd be probably down. Some of them would be down for being in the video and just messing about and having a laugh. And it was potentially something I was gonna do, but I'll have to keep you updated, guys, on whether like I can do that, cause you know, obviously it's gonna be cash for me now at the moment. With me, obviously, you know, I've been obviously
Are you spectating?
I've been laid off work at the moment.
Come.
Um,
Yeah.
kind of in a way.
Spectate me.
So like it's gonna be like quite sketchy, like, you know, if I'm like actually gonna get out, if I'm
These
actually
dickheads
gonna
have
get
already
out
done
like
each other.
at the weekends and
Why am
things
I
now.
being slipstream?
As much as
Get from
I
my arse.
say would have done, if I'd have been working type thing. 'Cause I thought it would be a bit of a while, like if we were like had nothing now until the
Can
Blackpool
these retards not
Festival.
drive? Get out my way.
But we'll just have to see what goes down potentially. But it was a little something different that I thought we could do, where you'd kind of see
Yep.
like what
Oh.
my nights are like,
Oh,
just
different
going
car,
out
what?
in my local town.
What's
And
this?
you know,
Oh,
you'd
it's a
like, you know,
rally car.
you'd obviously get to see what that'd be like.
These suck.
Going out in my normal town for a
These
night,
and the NASCARs,
which
eh?
yeah, they can get quite messy.
6. And then you're
Definitely,
7.
100% get quite messy.
No, because they do literally invite it and started it while everyone was joining.
Yeah, we usually have quite a bit of a laugh, to be honest
Nah,
with you.
he left it on the what you call it day, so it automatically
Especially if like Pacific
The
people
retard.
were out as well. You know, if Pacific people were out, that would just make the night 100%. You know, but it'd make it booming.
It's me in the level 500. join.
Sheffield is
So,
awesome.
Almost.
Tell me when you need me. I'll let you know. It's just we know what we're doing at the moment.
Different car, lad.
But yeah, you know, it was just an idea, I
What is
suppose.
this?
I
car
suppose
sucks.
you could say, to film a normal night out in my local town.
Is this the new comment? Is this the new comment?
It's the old Comet.
I'm gonna say this.
Well, this is going to do the last house in terms of a colour design. And they're now all getting backs put in,
Follow
which
my
is quite good.
arms.
It just looks like
I
one
didn't even
big
do anything, but
rectangle.
still.
It's going to be good once we start interior, doing the insides of some of them.
You retard.
I think
You
I've done...
did the retard.
Have I done something wrong here?
Where?
Oh no, I haven't. It's because of this. It's alright.
Done it.
Why
Done it.
people always
Done
gotta
it.
give
Done
your
it.
arse?
No, it still looks weird. It's not though. It looks like it's lower, but it's not lower.
Mad.
It's not.
Get out my way, man.
It's just
Get
the
out.
way, I think it's the way this brick is. The texture of the brick.
Yeah.
It's making it look a bit like
It's
it's
okay,
lower,
bro.
but
Is this
it's
even a-
actually not.
What is this? It sucks. We ain't getting this.
Every town was a village.
It doesn't have
Now
sound.
they're towns. Yeah, I guess in a way, like, everything would have been a village, like, years ago. And then, obviously, over time, like, they would have become towns.
Nah, 'cause
And
it's
then,
electric.
like, towns would have
That's
become
annoying.
cities. And then, obviously, like, some places would have stayed towns and some places would have grown to cities.
I can't hear 'cause Ash.
And some into mega cities
Yeah,
like Tokyo.
yeah. I mean, if
Look,
you
this
date
thing
back
just
to our
skids, it doesn't
town,
go round
our
corners.
town's called Driffield. And apparently, like, centuries ago, this was just
Another
a
lap.
field, like,
Nah.
where we live.
How am I fourth?
Apparently, it was a big field years ago, and then apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently someone like won a bet or something, and he was then able to build a few like wood houses on this field, and then a town
Oh, I
sort
know
of
that
grew
stuff.
from there. But
The
I don't
NASCARs
know,
suck.
like, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I wish we had time machines. Like, it'd be interesting to go back and see, like, what your house would look like, say, 100 years ago. Or, like, I
See
guess,
yourself
like,
be born.
some of your houses wouldn't be built. But if you live in a house like mine, our house has been up centuries, and they used to milk
Ash, it
cows
would
at
be
our
weird though,
house.
'cause you could see how you were born.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying, though? Like, I'd love to go in a
That's just
time
weird, though.
machine.
Why
Like
would
a
you?
slimy dribble down the leg.
No, but that's not the Pacific thing I'd go and see, though. I mean, like, obviously,
Smart face.
obviously you
big
can choose
face.
what you'd go and see. Like, it sounds daft, but I'm
No way.
interested to see, like, how things, like, looked years ago. Like, for example, like, about 15 years ago, we had a shopping centre in our town. And there was, like, a record shop inside of it. We had a cooperative, food and stuff like that. And it all shut down, and it's basically been boarded up ever since. And obviously, I was only like a little kid when that was open, so I only like vaguely remember going through, like going inside. But I'd love to go back in the time machine now, just to go inside there and see like, do you know what I
What's
mean?
this kid
Like,
doing?
see like
He's
exactly
genius.
what had happened. like what it looked like inside.
Like it was genius, but not. You get me?
Oh dear.
Damn, you go.
That one will be the other colour.
Come.
But do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I guess it'd be same for like the older years as well, you know. Imagine like going in a time machine, taking an iPad and going into the 1920s and taking a picture of something and showing someone like an iPad back in them days.
That kid just ate shit.
Like imagine like someone's reaction, or like take a drone and fly a drone.
You walked into your old bedroom. What is this kid doing?
Like, because if you think about it, like, if you took an iPad that was full on charge and went in a time machine, it'd still work when it, like, when you got, like,
Where's
into that
Slipstream?
year. But, like,
Oh, so this kid can slipstream me?
if it ran out of charge, you wouldn't be able to charge
Mate,
it back up.
You are not getting in front of me, dickhead. He's a dickhead.
If you get what I mean. But yeah, I just find it interesting. Like, going down, like, Main Street of our town, like, years ago. I say, why not? I don't know, would you do it, Ant?
What?
Go in a time machine if you could.
Yeah.
Like, to go into the past.
Yeah.
Every day, every night, all I wanna do is shite. Time machines would start a time loop. Possibly. You've got to admit how cool it'd be though, huh? Wet weapon.
I'll go forward in time, Ash.
Yeah.
I'd go back in time, impregnate all the women, and then go back to normal.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I'd do if I could go back in time. I'd go to the 90s and I'd go to Ibiza. And I'd just land myself in the middle of somewhere like Cream or Pasha. The summer of 88 or something in Ibiza maybe. Or like summer of 94 in Ibiza. Jeez. There's a kid at my school called Lammy. He wants to play with me and my mates, and he tells a teacher. Oh really? Well, I tell you what, when I was in infant school, there was a person like he was called Sam Barron, and he used to be like exactly the same as what you did. Like he'd like ask us to play with him, and if we didn't play with him, he'd bully us. Like he'd start kicking us and punching us. Then he'd go to the teacher, and then he'd say to the teacher that we were playing with him and we were leaving him out. And we would get in trouble for not playing with him, but the teachers didn't see that I was going home every night with bruises on my leg. So my dad found out, obviously, because at the time, you know, he'd be like bathing me and stuff because I was a kid, but he saw all the bruises on my leg anyway. Went into school, played absolutely hell on he went absolutely barmy at the teachers, and well, let's just say he got banned from picking me up from school. He had to wait in the public car park across the road because he weren't allowed on the school site because he'd got like real like abusive to the teachers because they weren't doing anything about me getting bullied.
What am I for?
And then as well, I also cracked my head open. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but I was playing with one of my mates, and it was like a really like nice day, and we were like running across the playground, and there was two kids like laid out sunbathing, and I like tried to leap up, like, you know, like jump over both of them, and I jumped over one of them, and I got my foot caught on the second person's leg. I tripped and bashed my head on the ground and split it open. And you know, like when you hit your head that hard that it doesn't even hurt and you just stand up like normal. I just stood up like normal, and I looked down, and there was like a river full of blood in my hand. Like, literally, like my whole hand was just like... And then I just got a massive shooting pain in my head. Jesus Christ. But yeah, you know, old times. I'm glad. I like being the age I'm at though, like, cause like I can still come online, have a laugh and have a joke. I don't have the responsibility of kids and bills, my own place, I guess. But I can still like, I could still do things like go into a pub and stuff, buy scratch cards, have my own bank card and stuff like that, which is quite, you know, fun in a way. If you get what I mean. Whereas, like, you know, if I was, like, say in my 30s, I'd probably have, like, more responsibilities to what I have now. But I think this is a good age for me. Still being able to have fun, but still, like, have the sort of, like, responsibilities of being able to go into the pub and stuff. And I think that's, like, sick. Oh well, it looks like these houses are more or less done, apart from the outsides. Are we going to put chimneys on these roofs?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they would be like old houses, wouldn't they? Like, oldish. So they would have probably had a chimney in their times. Whereas, like, the ones Ant's done across the road, they'd probably have, like, more... Do you know what I mean? They'd have more, like... They wouldn't have one, because they'd be more modern, I guess.
Mhm. Do you know, them two are so loud that I can hear them through your mic.
And yes, she does have a point. It's about what happened to Ross.
Don't have to answer any of this.
Yes, she does, and she's my mum, so keep out of it.
Tell him, kid.
Swear on my life you didn't do anything bad.
Come on, we're getting Jack and we're going.
Mum, swear on my life you had nothing to do with it. Tell me.
Oh my god.
I was so sorry. I never ever wanted anything to happen to Ross. And I never mentioned I said it was him. I wanted him to get beat up because I wanted him to stop hurting us. So how come Ross ended up with it in his face? Because he got the wrong man. He got the wrong man. It was an accident. We went too far.
Ross knows the truth and so does he. We are trying
Ash,
forward.
Yeah.
You better stay there.
everything's done.
Yeah,
From the
nice.
outside.
It looks good.
Stay away from me. Sarah, please. Why are you even still with him if you hate him so much?
We're working on it.
Don't make me go home with her, please, Granny Faith, please.
Maybe just one night.
No! You're coming home with me. You just let things settle, yeah?